Welcome to the NCAA Division II Volleyball Pre-Championship Press Conference. Today we are joined by second-seeded University of Central Oklahoma, winners of the Central Region. This is Central Oklahoma's first ever appearance in the NCAA Division II quarterfinal match with a record of 30-2. We are joined by head coach Edgar Miraku and student athletes Addison, Wimmer, and Lindsey, Houran. We will begin with an opening statement from Coach Miraku and then open it up for questions. Coach, your opening statement on earning a spot here at the NCAA Division II Championships.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks for having us. We're just grateful to be here. It's been a good, long season for our student athletes. I think they've played pretty hard all along. We showed it last week as well. It was a pretty good outcome for us as a team. It's like I said, it's been a long season, but at the same time, it's been very rewarding, very exciting. Setting up some records for our program as well. We're very proud of that. Can't be happier with our student athletes. Shown a lot of perseverance during the season. Like you said, it's a pretty good record. Actually 33-2 at this point. I didn't want to shortchange our athletes here as well. But yeah, very happy, grateful to be here, and look forward to some more volleyball and hopefully some more wins.
Coach, how about, last week, such a hard region. The Central Region's loaded, and we've had 3 5-set matches, and, came from behind in every one of them. What did it take out of the team, or what did you take out of that success, being able to move on, and how did it affect us mentally, physically?
Definitely tough region. I think that's a very well-known secret now in Division II volleyball. 3 times 5-setters. As a coach, I mean, I joke with them, but I mean it. I say if I know I'm going to win, I want to win in 5, because it just puts you through the ringer. It makes you better, and I think that's exactly what these guys did. In a way, they're just trying to play with us as coaches. Like, coach, you want to win in 5? Here it is. We can do it in 5. So definitely, what I take out is very positive. Right? It built our confidence way more. We had a very similar situation in conference tournament, 15-13 in the 5th to keep moving, and ultimately next day win the conference as well, which in itself is not an easy conference as well, because it's the conferences that make the region tough, as we know. And having 2 of those toughest conferences in the nation, same region, helps, makes you better. And then specifically to your question, Mike, 3 5-setters, I feel it built our confidence. I think it built our stamina and the physical side of the game for sure. 15 sets in 3 nights. So I take those all as positives, as long as we have the exact same mindset, and I think it built our mindset and mental strength as well. So as long as we approach the same mindset, I would see all those as positives for our team.
Coach, if you don't mind, I want to pull on that best region, best conference thing. Every team comes in and says that about their conference and their region being the best, I think. So make the case for the Central Region and the MIAA. Why specifically do you think that region, what makes it so difficult, or maybe more difficult than the others? Would they all feel like a conference?
Yeah, and I didn't mean to sound biased there, and specifically I was saying 2 top conferences in that region. It was not necessarily MIAA. We do have our feelings at MIAA, Northern Sun, and all that, but I do feel strongly with 2 of those best conferences in the region, though. Specifically, I would say there are other regions that have good conferences, but they're not top to bottom and stacked in terms of more than one strong conference in that region. If you look at some of the records of some other teams that went into their regions, we actually had played several of those teams. You had teams with records of 14-10 that actually were ranked number 3. And you had somebody like us, who was pretty much 30-2, playing in MIAA, playing in Central Region, who were ranked the exact same way, 2 or 3. So I think that's not to put down these other teams. It's just a top to bottom in terms of regions. How many tough conferences within the region, I think that makes it a little tougher. Outside of that, I think there's some great teams in all the other regions as well, and some great conferences as well. So don't want to take away anything from that. The 8 teams that are here have had to fight hard all season long within their conference, within their region, to be where they are, and they're here deservingly and fair and square.
Lindsey, within that, you guys are representing the Central Region, which, so technically, you're, I guess, the home team. in that regard.
Okay.
What's the buzz been like with parents and fans in school this week? I know it was a short turnaround from the region tournament to getting here, but what's the excitement like back in
Yeah, just being the first Oklahoma volleyball team to do this, it's really exciting, and the whole school's feeling it. Our families and our friends, all of our supporters came out to St. Cloud and supported us, and made a little section, which meant a lot to us. So we know we have people behind us, and that just is really encouraging. When we come here, we know we're going to have our fans rallying behind us, and they think we can do it.
Eddie, how about the travel aspect? Last week on the road for 5 nights, a lot of travel, a lot of hard matches. We're back for a day and a half, and here, is that, I don't know, you guys, and I hope you're not tired of each other, but are you closer or what?
They're only tired of me.
Oh, well, I laugh because I say this all year. I feel like our team, we have a bond like no other, and so there is no way to have too much time together because, yeah, like he says, like, we just rally together, and honestly, we probably get annoying. So we group up together, we start walking around the hotel, and Edgar's like, what are y'all doing? We're like, oh, we're just hanging out. So, the travel hasn't been too much on us. We have, flights back to back, and it has been a lot, but,
Quick turnaround.
we continue to, get told by coaches, keep drinking water, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and, we do, and we're just trying to take care of ourselves to, continue to keep going, so.
This would be for any of you that want to step up and answer, but it feels like your program has been building towards this for quite some time. What is it that got you over the hump this year?
I will speak to last year. I think we had an amazing year last year. And I agree. I think we have been, over the past 4 or so years, have been growing as a program. But there's one loss last year that really just stuck with us and made us remember that, and that's what's driven us. All props to Missouri Southern. It hurts to say. All props to Missouri Southern. Last year in the conference, they were our first round, and they were seated lower than us, but by no mistake they beat us, and they served tough, and it was a hard loss for us, and it has stayed in our heads till this year's conference championship, and I think that's what we went in thinking about and wanting to redeem ourselves over.
Yeah, I agree. I think we all came in with a goal this year, and you can tell by the way we play on the court that we have fight like no other. Like, we're not going to give up no matter if we're down, and so if we all, we play as a team, and we know that we got each other's backs, and there's games where I at least know that I'm down, and I know that I can trust my team to help me out, and so I think all season long that we've all been able to work together and kind of get through those, and that's what's getting us here, so.
So just to continue what Lindsey and Addie said, it's good that they see it as a build-up during their eligibility 4 years here at our program. From a coaching perspective, we all know there's also sometimes a lot more gets invested, years and years and years. Being again in the Central Region, it makes that, you've coached yourself in here, it makes it a much more challenging task, and yet when you achieve something like that, it means a lot more. So from that perspective, I'd like to thank all of our athletes that have made it before to our NCAA tournament but never had the opportunity to be where this year's team is, to have this opportunity to compete for a national championship, because they really paved the way. We're talking back in 14, 15 we made the tournament for the first time, and then 17 went back again. So I think it's also a tribute to those athletes that built foundation, tradition, added to the UCO volleyball tradition, and then a few years later, or whatever it took, these guys pushed it even more so. So from a longevity, yeah, I think it's pretty good for our program.
I think also for that question, just trying to close it out, I feel like we all rally behind each other every game, and we play for each other. We play for the seniors that we're losing. We're losing a lot of seniors for the first time in a couple of years, and I think that we all see that we have a winning team, that we are the winning team, and it just takes more than just wanting it, though. And we've wanted it really bad for a few years, and I think our refuse to lose mentality this year is really dangerous.
Okay, if there are no further questions, thank you, and best of luck in tomorrow's match.
Thank you.
Thank you.